So, continuing from the previous episode, going into part two of Coronation. Now, I wanted to touch on when you are still at high school, at primary school, and what happens there is you start from one level, and then you go through the different grades, and then when you're done with your primary school, you get a crowning, in a sense, which some schools actually get to a graduation phase where you now transition to the next one. That graduation phase is your crowning. And so you move on to high school. High school, again, you go through the different stages, but with each different stage, you are taught and then you get tested. You're taught, you tested, you're taught, you tested. And once you have been taught and tested, and you're proven worthy of the growth that should have happened, then you get crowned into the next level. So even at your schooling life, there is still that level where you get to grow, you get to be evaluated and assessed. However, who gets to evaluate you when you are aiming to grow as a person? It's the people around you. It's the feedback that you receive. It's everyone who gets to say, wow, you've done a lot. It's people recognizing the qualities that are inside of you and saying, we acknowledge this, we see you. But the most important assessment of your growth are the areas where you get to be exposed to. You'll get to be exposed to different types of people that you never thought you could be in their league. If you are a person who has always created a vision and a plan, and you have a dream for your life of how high you want to go, it's when you start having those people recognize you and see you. And when they see you and they start recognizing you as one of their peers, then you know that you have grown. But that is not even the end of it all, because then you still need to grow even beyond that until you get to levels that you never dreamed possible. And at each level, there is a crowning. And let me give you a warning. With each crowning, with each level that you ascend, comes with new devils, new enemies, new challenges, new opportunities, and you must be ready for those. You must be ready. You don't have a choice. And that's why growth is important, because life will not really expose you to levels that will choke and kill you. But life will give you time, will give you grace until you are ready. That's why you must grow if you want to be exposed to different levels. If you want to face those devils at 3 levels higher, you must have conquered the devils at level 1, 2, and that level. Because if you don't, and I can promise you this, if you don't do that, that devil on that higher level is going to kill you. So don't wish to be catapulted into levels 10 times higher than where you have the capacity to handle. Capacity and potential are 2 different things. And so you must understand that you need to build capacity. You must use your potential to build capacity. And once you have the capacity, then you're ready. But unfortunately, nothing will tell you that you are ready except for when you move. So growth goes hand in hand with movement. And how you know that you're ready is when you've become the best at that level. And then you receive your crowning, which takes you to the next level. The king of a country is different to a king in a village, because their level of authority is not the same. The levels of devils that they face are not the same. You can start out as a king or queen in a village, and then you need to grow to be the king of a country. But who's to say that's where you need to end? Because you can also be the king of the continent and the king of the globe. But the coronation will cost you, and you need to be ready. Build your capacity. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying this far. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, drop a comment and share some feedback. Remember, don't forget to reflect. Learning without reflection does not help.